City Manager's report.
You can sit there. You can sit there.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Vice Mayor, members of the council, public. Mr. Forbes, congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
Look forward to working with you. Just a couple things real quick, kind of crossing some T's and dotting I's with things that we've been involved in the public. Of course, as you're well aware, the Tucker sidewalk and the paving project is complete. Hopeful of getting the striping done this Friday, but it's complete. And a lot of positive comments from the citizens of Covington and Allegheny Heights on that project. And proud to say there was a project done between city workforce and a couple of local contractors to pull that off, and it went very well, very smooth. A couple railings, handrails we still need to address, but that's small to where we began with the project over there. So very pleased with that. As we moved into the last couple weeks, the holiday decorations around the community. Kudos to the Public Works fellows and the Recreation Department for what they have done. I must say that if had a little proud moment today, was at a meeting and someone just out of the blue just made a comment about, have you been downtown Covington? And they said, well, what do you mean? Have you been downtown and seen their Christmas decorations? And they went on to talk about our main street, and he said, I can't think of that other street, but the new lamppost. I said, Maple Avenue. He said, yeah, that's it. And it was just nice to get compliments on what the city and our council has done with the investment and what we've done with the vision to make it look as well as it does. So kudos to everybody involved in that. This past weekend, as I mentioned to you folks in an update, we could not have done better in downtown Covington. A great thanks to Good News Church, the 40 vendors at their bazaar. We could not stir folks with a stick during the course of the day on Saturday, and then Saturday evening with our parade, our caroling, our hot chocolate. It just a real sense of pride being a Covingtonian and enjoying the parade and all on Saturday night. And as I mentioned to a few of you as I came in, I did get a report about a bear in downtown today, and he was just busy cleaning up Main Street from all the good sugar candies that were left behind Saturday night. So, and we thank all those folks that treated our kids. I'll call her Terra Claus, but we had some bicycles and some other gifts that were handed out Saturday night, and it's just it goes back to Covington and the giving community that we have always been. So thanks to all those folks for that. Busy with our plants, our landfill. Met with DEQ a week ago and got a good report. Kudos to our folks up on the landfill and staying on top of things with that. Wastewater treatment plant, we're still moving along with the EQ Basin project, and it will take some time, and but George is doing a very good job of staying on top of that. And the water treatment plant, we sat down and met with our supervisor out there. We've had some things on the stove, so to speak. Well, now they're cooking. So BB and I met with our superintendent and made some quick decisions, because that's a great asset we have out there in dry run, and we need to make sure it's running properly. So we're moving right along with that. Met with Susan Hammond and her engineer associate a week ago, and she will be present with us the 1st of January. I will be chatting with you on the regular agenda about Rayon Bridge to entertain some questions for her coming up in January, so we can move forward with the design and the placement of the Rayon Bridge upcoming. So feel free, as I get into it with you next Tuesday night, to be thinking about some questions you might have, so that I can prepare Susan before she gets here and be ready to discuss business in January. One thing I need to bring up to our citizens here in the community is the Columbia gas projects that are going on. I shouldn't have to apologize, but I will apologize to our citizens for some things that are taking place that are unbeknownst to us. We initially met, as I reported to City Council, with Bob and Columbia Gas and their contractor, and we got off to a real good start. Edgemont Drive was the project in front of us, and we got a PSA out, and we went to work on Edgemont Drive. And then over the last week, we have made some work in Fairlawn that we were unnotified of, and have had a few calls. So we are diligently answering our calls, diligently making visits. And tomorrow morning I have a meeting at 9 o'clock with Columbia Gas representative to discuss better communication with the city on these projects as we communicate with our citizens. So we are aware of what's taking place, and we are on top of it here at City Hall, as well as our council folks. Thank you for reporting to me, and we're staying on top of it. Other sidewalk work that we got laid out in front of us down on Highland at Christie's Cleaners. That is our next project, and we'll be on it sometime over the next couple weeks. And then we have a water line project over on Edgemont with the EQ basin that we'll be on it probably as early as next week to get that done. So outside of that, just again, thanks to our employees for the great work that they're doing around town. And I've got one in particular I need to signal out. He is an avid deer hunter. He was scheduled for vacation last week, and we had an ambulance go down on Monday, and our garage leader was quick to leave the deer stand and come to work to get our ambulance up and running. So that says a lot about our people, and I know you folks are proud of them. I'm very proud of them, and our communication has been fabulous, and we are stepping up to the plate and doing what's asked of from our citizens and what we need to do in the city. So again, we had a staff meeting today, went very well. BB has been working diligently with employee salaries and wages, and been very open with me in discussion, and we hope to have that put together for our employees within any day now, and it will be very comparable to what presentation you folks had a few years ago with the Evergreen study. And I really appreciate BB and his due diligence and hard work on that, and he and I sitting down and going through each and every one. So it speaks well of city management, and knowing that we do really care about our people. We really do. So with that being said, any questions from any of you folks? All right, I appreciate it, and I know we'll all be together for a special meeting next Tuesday night, but for any of you in the public that may not be with us, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, and a healthy one at that. Thank you all.